Tampa Bay Rays versus San Francisco Giants. The MLB betting action continues Friday, August 15th, 2025, with the Tampa Bay Rays 59-63, 49-67-6 over-under, facing off against the San Francisco Giants 59-62, 54-61-6 over-under, in the Interleague Showdown at Oracle Park in San Francisco, California. Tampa Bay and San Francisco start their three-game regular season series. Last year, the Rays took 2 out of 3 from the Giants, and Tampa Bay is 6-3 in its previous 9 games against San Francisco. The Giants are -135 moneyline favorites for Friday's clash, while the total sits at 7.5 runs. This will be the Rays' 4th consecutive series away from home. Tampa Bay started its 12-game road trip by taking 2 out of 3 from the Los Angeles Angels, and after getting swept by the Seattle Mariners, the Rays won 2 out of 3 against the Athletics. Over their last 9 games, the Rays have scored 37 runs on a 229/278/448 triple slash, while their bullpen has amassed a sturdy 2.33 ERA, 0.85 WHIP, and a .158 batting average against. Tampa Bay is 5.5 games behind the bottom wild card in the American League. Joe Boyle is projected to take the mound at Sutter Health Park on Friday night. The 26-year-old right-hander carries a 1-2 record with a 3.82 ERA and 1.08 WHIP in 4 starts and 4 relief appearances, 30.2 innings pitched, this season. He was awful last Saturday, allowing 6 earned runs on 4 hits and 5 walks in a 7-4 loss against the Mariners, leaving questions about his ability to rebound in his next outing. Boyle has never met the Giants before. He's 2-3 with a 4.86 ERA in 9 interleague appearances, 33.1 innings pitched in his career. The San Francisco Giants are on a 5-game losing streak, struggling to regain momentum in recent matchups. After dropping a 3-game series against the Washington Nationals, the Giants were swept by the San Diego Padres in a 3-game set at Oracle Park. 4-1, 5-1, and 11-1 offensive struggles and pitching inconsistencies have contributed to their slide, leaving the team searching for ways to get back on track and end the skid before falling further in the division standings. The Giants have only scored 5 runs over their previous 5 outings, highlighting their ongoing offensive struggles. Through 415 at-bats in August, they are hitting 239.296.376 with 12 home runs, showing limited consistency and power. Despite these challenges, their bullpen has been a bright spot, compiling a 2.52 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, and holding opponents to a 2.43 batting average over the last 10 days. This strong relief performance has kept games close and given the Giants a chance to stay competitive even when their offense has been sputtering. Landon Roop has only allowed 6 runs, 4 earned, on 30 hits and 13 walks over his last 6 starts, 31.1 innings pitched, showing strong command and the ability to limit damage. There may be some rust to shake off after a brief layoff, but I trust Roop to pitch well against the Rays, who have posted a .751 OPS and 107 WRC+ against right-handed pitchers over the last 10 days. His consistent approach and ability to work efficiently through innings should allow him to keep Tampa Bay's hitters off balance and give his team a chance to control the pace of the game. If Roop can maintain his focus early and attack the strike zone, he has the tools to keep the Rays from generating momentum and help his team stay in contention throughout the matchup. Roop met the Rays once in 2024 and threw a couple of perfect frames in relief. Just 3 guys from this Tampa Bay team have seen him before. Landon Roop has only allowed 6 runs, 4 earned, on 30 hits, and 13 walks over his last 6 starts, 31.1 innings pitched, showing strong command and the ability to limit damage. There may be some rust to shake off after a brief layoff, but I trust Roop to pitch well against the Rays, who have posted a .751 OPS and 107 WRC+. against right-handed pitchers over the last 10 days. His consistent approach and ability to work efficiently through innings should allow him to keep Tampa Bay's hitters off balance and give his team a chance to control the pace of the game. During that stretch, the Giants have recorded a .689 OPS and 94 WRC+ against right-handed pitchers, showing moderate success despite some inconsistency. I previously noted how ineffective their offense has been over the last 5 games, struggling to generate runs and string together rallies. However, the Giants now have a promising opportunity to get things going when they face Joe Boyle, who has struggled at times against disciplined lineups. With the right approach at the plate, San Francisco could find ways to jumpstart their offense and regain some momentum in this matchup. It's hard to trust Boyle, who has allowed 6 runs in 2 of his previous 3 starts. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is San Francisco Giants ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Texas Rangers versus Toronto Blue Jays. On Friday, the Texas Rangers will play the Toronto Blue Jays at Rogers Center, and Texas and Toronto met for a 3-game series in late May. The Blue Jays won 2 of the matchups and are 6-4 in their last 10 meetings with the Rangers. The over-under was split 5-5 in those games. Texas, 61-61 SU, 63-59 RL, and 51-68 OU, lost 2 of 3 games to Arizona in its previous series, struggling to find consistent offensive production. The Rangers are 3-7 in their last 10 games. The total was split 5-5, highlighting a rough stretch where both pitching and hitting have failed to deliver at key moments. Texas will start right-hander Jacob deGrom tomorrow against the Blue Jays. In his previous appearance, 6.2 IP loss to Philadelphia, the 37-year-old allowed 3 runs on 6 hits while striking out 8. He is 10-5 with a 2.86 ERA and 0.95 WHIP in 23 starts, 135.1 IP this season, including 4-2 with a 3.73 ERA and 0.97 WHIP. In 11 road starts, 62.2 IP. deGrom's elite strikeout ability remains a key strength, but his road numbers suggest he may face challenges keeping Toronto's potent lineup in check, making early command and limiting mistakes critical for success. The Rangers are hovering around .500, but they can still be a factor in the American League postseason chase if they can get timely contributions from their pitching staff and a few offensive sparks. Texas features the veteran ace deGrom as the headliner of a rotation that also includes Nathan Eovaldi and 2 big-time prospects in Jack Leader and Kumar Rocker, giving them a strong mix of experience and young talent on the mound. The lineup, however, hasn't produced much this season, ranking 25th in scoring, which has prevented the ball club from taking the division lead despite solid pitching performances. If the offense can begin to click around its elite pitchers, the Rangers still have a path to make noise in the playoff race, especially in a competitive AL where a hot streak could quickly change the standings. Toronto, 71-51 SU, 71-51 RL, and 65-53 for OU, wrapped up a series win over the Cubs on Thursday, showing consistent hitting and strong bullpen work. The Blue Jays were 6-4 in their previous 10 games. The over was 5-4-1, maintaining solid form as they aim to stay atop the division and build momentum for the stretch run. Toronto will turn to righty Chris Bassett on Friday against Texas. In his last outing, 4.2 IP loss to the Dodgers, the 36-year-old surrendered 3 runs on 6 hits, including 2 home runs. He is 11-6 with a 4.17 ERA and 1.32 WHIP in 25 appearances, 133.2 IP this year, including an impressive 8-0 with a 2.56 ERA and 1.18 WHIP in 13 home starts, 77.1 innings pitched. Bassett's strong home performance highlights his ability to dominate in familiar surroundings, and if he can limit mistakes early, he could give Toronto a solid chance to control the game despite Texas's capable offense. Toronto has been a pleasant surprise in 2025, turning it on in June and July to assume the lead position in the AL East Division race. The Blue Jays finished the first half 14 games over, 500 and haven't cooled off much since the All-Star break, continuing to play aggressive, balanced baseball. Their combination of strong starting pitching, timely hitting, and depth in the bullpen has allowed them to sustain momentum, making them one of the more consistent and dangerous teams in the league heading into the latter part of the season. The over is 16-6 when the Blue Jays are home, underdogs, and 40-27-3 following a Toronto win this season, showing a clear tendency for high-scoring outcomes in these situations. This matchup is tricky, as the 7.5 run total could provide more than enough cushion for underbettors if both starters pitch up to their usual standards. However, I'm not convinced that either pitcher will be sharp enough to keep the game under control, especially considering recent inconsistencies and the offensive firepower on both sides, making a higher-scoring game more likely than the total suggests. With both lineups capable of stringing together multiple run innings, bettors should expect a lively contest that could easily surpass expectations. DeGrom has been a little less effective on the road and now faces a serious challenge against Toronto's lineup, which has scored 6 runs per game since the All-Star break. He hasn't been as sharp in his last 3 outings, allowing 13 runs over that span, raising concerns about his ability to navigate a potent offense. Given Texas's struggles against Bassett and the Blue Jays' mediocre bullpen, I lean towards the over at 7.5. The combination of DeGrom's recent inconsistency, Toronto's offensive firepower, and a bullpen that may struggle to contain rallies makes a higher-scoring affair likely. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Texas Rangers ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Baltimore Orioles versus Houston Astros. The Orioles head to Houston to battle the AL West division-leading Astros. The Orioles will spend the offseason making adjustments to a roster that will miss the playoffs for the first time in 3 seasons, currently in last place in the American League East. The Astros are currently in first place and appear to be heading for yet another playoff appearance. The pitching matchup in the series opener will feature Orioles righty Brandon Young, 0-6, 6.70, taking on Astros southpaw Framber Valdez, 11-5, 385, 2.97. The Baltimore Orioles hit the road after a 6-game homestand against the Athletics and Seattle Mariners. The Orioles lost 2 of 3 games to the Athletics before splitting the first 2 games of their series with the Mariners. In the series final on Thursday afternoon, the Orioles built up a 5-0 lead over the Mariners and held on for a 5-3 win. Rookie pitcher Tomoyuki Sugano pitched 5.1 innings, allowing 3 hits and 1 run. The victory was his team-leading 10th of the season. The Orioles will likely have a new season. They parted ways with their manager after struggling out of the gates and moved on from key veterans at the trade deadline, including longtime center fielder Cedric Mullins. They'll open this series in Houston with rookie righty Brandon Young on the hill. Young is 0-6 on the season in 10 starts, including 1 quality start. He has allowed 57 hits in 44.1 innings of work, including 10 home runs. Young has an ERA of 6.70 and a WHIP of 1.74. He has walked 20 and struck out 40 thus far. The Orioles have lost 4 of Young's last 5 starts. He's made it out through the 5th inning just once in those 5 starts. Young is 0-3 with an ERA of 4.58 in 4 road starts, making this outing a critical test for the rookie's development. The Houston Astros find themselves in a tight battle for first place in the AL West Division, facing constant pressure from the surging Seattle Mariners. This week, Houston did its part to maintain its slim division lead, taking 2 of 3 games from the visiting Red Sox. In the series finale on Wednesday, starter Hunter Brown delivered a strong performance, allowing just 6 hits and 1 run over 6.2 innings to secure his 10th win of the season in a 4-1 Astros victory. The offense was powered by key contributions from Jeremy Pena and Yainer Diaz, with each connecting for a home run that provided crucial insurance. Beyond the power numbers, Houston's lineup showcased balanced attack, with timely hitting and aggressive base running keeping pressure on the Red Sox throughout the game. With both their pitching and offense firing on all cylinders, the Astros have positioned themselves to fend off Seattle's charge and remain in control of the division race as the season reaches its critical stretch. The Astros have help back in the fold with the recent returns of starting pitchers Christian Javier and Spencer Arrighetti, giving the rotation a much-needed boost as the team looks to stay competitive in a tight division race. They'll turn to their ace on Friday night, with lefty Framber Valdez taking the hill. Valdez is 11-5 on the season in 23 starts, including 16 quality starts, showing remarkable consistency and durability throughout the year. He has allowed 120 hits in 145.2 innings of work, including just 8 home runs, while maintaining an ERA of 2.97 and a WHIP of 1.16. Valdez has walked 45 batters and struck out 145, displaying excellent command and strikeout ability. Despite his strong overall numbers, the Astros have lost 3 of Valdez's last 5 starts, including 3 straight, highlighting some recent struggles in run support. He is 5-1 in 11 home starts this season with an ERA of 1.65, proving nearly untouchable at Minute Maid Park, where his ability to suppress offense gives the Astros a significant edge on the mound. The Astros will hold a clear advantage on the mound Friday night with ace Framber Valdez facing off against struggling left-hander Grayson Young. Valdez has been dominant at home this season, posting a sub-2.00 ERA and earning 5 wins in 6 decisions, showcasing his ability to consistently limit damage and generate strikeouts. In contrast, Young has yet to secure a win this year and carries an alarming ERA near 7, surrendering 10 home runs in just 44 innings of work, leaving him extremely vulnerable to a powerful Astros lineup. Houston boasts plenty of firepower with the likes of Jeremy Pena, Carlos Correa, and other offensive contributors capable of punishing mistakes, especially against a pitcher with such glaring struggles. Expect Valdez to keep the Orioles in check with his efficient pitch mix, while the Astros bats should capitalize early and often, potentially turning this into a decisive win at home. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Houston minus 1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Arizona Diamondbacks versus Colorado Rockies, Friday evening on the MLB Diamond. And the Diamondbacks come in at 60-62 on the year, while the Rockies have the worst record in the league at 32-89. Arizona won Game 1 of this series by a score of 8-2. The Diamondbacks enter Friday's contest at Coors Field, riding a 3-game win streak and continuing their push toward the NL wildcard race. Thursday's 8-2 victory over Colorado improved Arizona's record to 60-62 and marked their 6th win in 7 games. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. opened the scoring with a 3-run homer in the first, and Jose Herrera added a 2-run blast in the second to give the D-backs early control. Eduardo Rodriguez delivered his best outing of the season, tossing 7 innings of 1-run ball with 6 strikeouts. Arizona has now homered in 12 straight games, the longest active streak in the majors, and leads MLB with 24 home runs since August 2nd. Brandon Pfaadt takes the mound for Arizona on Friday, entering with a 12-7 record and a 4.96 ERA across 127.2 innings. He's posted 8 quality starts and is averaging 5.3 innings per outing, though he's struggled against Colorado this season, allowing a .38 batting average and a 6.30 ERA over 2 appearances. Pfaadt will look to contain a Rockies lineup that ranks 29th in runs scored and 21st in home runs, but still has pop in the middle with Brenton Doyle and Hunter Goodman. Arizona's bullpen remains a strength, and with the offense clicking, the Diamondbacks are well positioned to keep the pressure on. Offensively, Arizona ranks 6th in MBL in runs scored, 595, 5th in home runs, 171, and 2nd in slugging, .441. Ketel Marte, punkt 2 negens average, punt 0 negen 5 OPS, and Geraldo Perdomo, punkt 2 8 average, punt 0 8 2 OPS. Continue to anchor the top of the order, while Corbin Carroll leads the team with 26 homers. The Diamondbacks have scored 5.9 runs per game over their last 10 contests and are 8-2 against Colorado this season. With the bat surging and Fott looking to rebound, Arizona enters Friday with momentum and a favorable matchup. The Rockies return to action Friday night, hoping to rebound from a lopsided loss that dropped them to 32-89 on the season. Colorado managed 9 hits on Thursday, but left 7 runners on base and committed 2 errors. Brenton Doyle and Kyle Farmer each homered, but starter Bradley Blaylock was tagged for 7 earned runs in just 3.2 innings, walking 4 and striking out none. The Rockies have now lost 9 of their last 11 and continue to struggle defensively and on the mound, ranking last in MLB in ERA, 5.80, and WHIP, 1.61. Tanner Gordon gets the start for Colorado, entering with a 2.5 record and an 8.37 ERA across 55.2 innings. Gordon has allowed 11 home runs and a 3.12 opponent batting average, and he's failed to complete 5 innings in 4 of his last 5 starts. He'll face a Diamondbacks lineup that's hit 171 homers and ranks among the league's most dangerous in slugging and extra base hits. Gordon will need to keep the ball down and avoid falling behind in counts, especially with Arizona's aggressive approach early in games. Despite the struggles, Colorado continues to evaluate young talent. Rookie Kyle Karros has impressed since his debut, batting .280 with 2 doubles and scoring 3 runs in Wednesday's win over St. Louis. Warming Bernabel has also shown promise, hitting .290 with 3 homers in limited action. With Ryan McMahon traded and Seth Halverson sidelined, the Rockies are in full rebuild mode, leaning on youth and hoping to avoid setting a modern-era record for losses. Friday's game offers another test against a surging division rival. Arizona, minus 1.5, looks like a sharp play heading into Friday night's matchup, especially given the Diamondbacks' recent offensive surge and Colorado's ongoing pitching woes. Arizona has covered the run line in 5 of its last 6 wins, including Thursday's 8-2 blowout, and now faces Tanner Gordon, who's sporting an 8.37 ERA and a 3.12 opponent batting average. The D-backs have homered in 12 straight games and rank 2nd in MLB in slugging, while Colorado ranks dead last in ERA and WHIP. With Brandon Pfaadt on the mound, Arizona has a clear edge in both starting pitching and bullpen depth, and their lineup is built to capitalize on Coors Field's hitter-friendly dimensions. Colorado's inability to limit damage early has been a recurring issue, and Arizona's aggressive first-inning approach, highlighted by Lourdes Gurriel Jr.'s 3-run shot on Thursday, makes the run line especially appealing. The Rockies have lost 9 of their last 11, and 7 of those defeats came by 2 runs or more. With Arizona pushing for a wild-card spot and Colorado deep in rebuild mode, motivation and momentum heavily favor the visitors. Arizona minus 1.5 is solid value as the talent gap grows. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Arizona, minus 1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.